our note investing for newbies program. We do this show every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific. And so I want to just invite you guys to show up here on Mondays. I'll be teaching you some things, sharing some things with you guys about investing in mortgage notes, even showing you guys how you can make money as a mortgage note investing specialist yourself, if you decide you want to pursue that angle. Okay. So I want to welcome all you guys again to today's show, the Note Investing for Newbies show. Now, for those of you that don't know what note investing is where you take your money, or you help someone else to take their money and buy mortgage notes with it. What is a mortgage note? A mortgage note is an IOU, a promissory note that is secured by real estate. So think of it this way. When you go out to buy a house, for example, and you don't have enough money to pay cash, you go to a bank and you borrow the money and you pay them back over the next 30 years. They're going to have you sign something called a mortgage and a note. The note itself is the IOU, and the mortgage is the collateral document that the banks use to foreclose on you if you don't pay them back, you see? So the banks are in a no-lose situation. Either you're going to make the payments like you're supposed to, or they're going to take your house and sell it, and you lose all your equity. And guess what? When you buy mortgage notes like we do, that's exactly what happens for us as well. When someone doesn't pay us, then we get to take the property and we can sell that property, and we get all the equity that has accrued in that property. So I want to welcome you guys to today's show. It's a whole different ballgame, guys. If you've never looked at this, you're about to have your eyes opened, and you're going to go, one day you're going to go, doggone it, how did I not know that? This is good stuff. So today our show is brought to you by our good friends over at the ACI Legacy Group. Bethany and her team over there, they provide you with notes that you can buy that are fully vetted and that are deeply discounted. And you can buy those and put those into your personal portfolio for cash flow. You can buy those and put those notes into your self-directed retirement account, anything like that. So, those are all things that are available for you. I want to welcome you guys to today's show. I see here, I got a little thing here. My grandson's on. He goes, "Yay! Oh, look at that handsome guy. Hey, Grandpa, how's it going?" Matthew, I'm happy to see you on. It's going really well. Thank you very much for promoting our show today. And I want to welcome you to the show today, too. All right. So good to see him here. I love that boy. Can't even call him a boy anymore. I mean, Jesus, freaking grown man, 24, 25 years old, 6 years in the military. I'm really proud of what he has done. And I'm really happy that I can mentor him into this business. As a matter of fact, one of the things I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is how you can make money as a mortgage note investor. Today, we're actually going to have a little calculator class. So, I want you to think about that. The calculator class will teach you how you can actually use a mortgage note calculator. A 10BII calculator in order to build a really nice portfolio for yourself. So that's going to be today's class. I see we've got Pat on today. Welcome, Pat. Pat says hi. Hi, Pat. Good to see you on the call today. I'm glad to see you on. You guys be sure to share this, please, with your friends and invite them to come over, because today, as I said, we're going to be talking about the mortgage note calculator and how that works, and how to use the calculator to find money in deals that other people think don't make sense. But I'm going to show you how you can use the calculator. If you understand how to use a financial calculator, and you understand the time value of money, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable what you can do. You're going to love some of the things that I'll be sharing with you guys today. So let me just take a look here. All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll start sharing my screen with you guys right now. And if you have any questions or anything, just type them into the chat. You want to see there, just over there on the right-hand side of your screen, or maybe if you're on your phone, it's at the bottom of the screen. You should have a little chat box, and you can feel free to ask questions as I go through this. Going to be a little bit technical, but if you can master this, you can do anything else in this business. That's for sure. So as I said earlier, today the class is going to be, let me just go here. There we go. Solo on. There we go. Today's class is going to be the time value of money. Time value of money and how to use a calculator to do the math so that you can actually know what the time value, how to calculate the time value of money. So let me share my screen and we can start that little presentation right now. All right. I think this is it. All right. So here, I'll hide this one. Sorry, guys, a little bit of technical difficulty, but I believe this is it here. Show my screen. There we go. Share. There we go. Now I think I did it right. There we go. All right, so I'll share my screen with you guys. Show in stream. All right, so here we go. Talking about the time value of money and how to use a financial calculator. First of all, let me tell you today's game plan. We're going to have a calculator class today, and in this calculator class, I will be showing you how to understand and how to price out a mortgage note. Because oftentimes people will ask me, how do you actually come up with what you're willing to pay for a mortgage note? Well, if you understand the time value of money, you understand yields, and you understand discounts, you'll know exactly how to price out your mortgage notes that you're looking at. So I'll show you how to create profits from thin air. I know that sounds unbelievable, but there are deals out there that other people turn their backs on because they say, oh, it's too skinny. It doesn't seem like it'll work. Well, I'm telling you something, guys. If you're in the money business and you understand how the numbers work and how to crunch the numbers, you can make money out of deals that other people think don't have any profit potential. So here's the calculator. I'm just going to go back one screen. I want to just show you guys where to get this calculator in case you haven't already got it. You can go right on Google Play Store if you have an Android. You can also go on the Apple Store the App Store if you're an Apple user, and you can download this calculator. It's called the 10BII. It's probably going to cost you about $5, maybe $7, something like that, but it's totally worth it because of the power that puts right into the palm of your hands. So when you get your 10BII calculator, you're going to open it up and you're going to see a screen that it looks like this, of course, without the red lines and stuff, but you're going to see a screen a keyboard that looks like this. And what I'm going to do now is show you guys the configuration of the keyboard and how to use the various keys. And then from there, you will know how to do the math. And we're going to do a couple of actual examples. And then I'm going to show you how you can make easily $100,000 a year just doing 4 or 5 of these deals per year. So watch this because this is big stuff and it's important and it's powerful. Okay. So if you're looking at the calculator, you'll notice that across the top, there are 5 buttons: the N, the IYR, the PV, the PMT, and the FV buttons. We're not going to worry about the orange sub categories under each button. Today, we're just going to work on the white digits, the white numbers and letters. Okay. So the N stands for the number of payments that you're working with. That's what the N stands for. So for example, if it were a 5-year mortgage with a monthly payment every month, then that would be 60 months, so 60 payments. If it's a 10-year mortgage, 120 payments and so forth. But that's what the N stands for. The I stands for what is the interest rate or yield on the particular asset that you're looking at. So for example, if you're looking at something that has a 6% interest rate, then you would put 6 right in here. Okay, just put a 6 in there. And I'll show you guys how that works. The PV stands for present value. In other words, how much money today are we talking about? So if you're looking at a mortgage and the loan balance on that mortgage today is $200,000, then that's the PV. The PMT stands for the payment. How much is the mortgage payment that we're talking about? Or even if whatever the payment is, it could be a car payment. It doesn't matter. You can use this calculator to calculate payments on different types of any type of installment agreement or whatever. And then the FV stands for the future value of the money. So we won't talk about that today, but future value is a very powerful tool that helps you project and helps you to get out there and know exactly how your money will perform for you. So that's what we're talking about today. I want to welcome Jenny to our call today. Welcome, Jenny. It's good to see you. Jenny says, hi. Nice to see you, Jenny. I'm glad to see you on today. We're talking about the calculator training, and you're just in time. So the 10BII calculator. So here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to show you the rest of the buttons that I use on this calculator. I've already shown you the buttons across the top. Now, coming down the left side, I use this button. It's used to change the sign from a positive to a negative number. From time to time, you'll need to do that. And I'll show you how and when. I also use this clear all and the clear key. That's the C right there. And so I want to just suggest to you guys that you want to learn how to use this. Now, in order to use anything that's in orange, you have to first press the orange key, and then that activates anything that's in orange, right? So very good, very good, guys. So that's how that works. Now, let's take a look at an actual example. And if you have a calculator, if you have the 10BII calculator, you can open it up on your phone and you can follow along. And this won't take long. I'm just going to kind of zip through this and show you guys an actual example of how this might work. So let's just say, for example, that there's a house that is valued at $250,000, and maybe someone wants to buy it, right? And the down payment requirement from the bank is 10%. That means the bank is saying you've got to have 10% of your own money and we'll lend you the rest. That's what that means. So a person would need to come up with $250,000 down. I'm sorry, $25,000 down. That's 10% of $250,000. And the bank will lend them $225,000. And let's assume the bank's interest rate is 6.125%. That's called 6 1/8. And the term for the mortgage is 30 years. That's how long the bank is going to give you to pay back that money. So how would you do the math on this? Let me walk you through that. So using your calculator, across the top, under the N, since it's a 30-year mortgage, we would put 360 under the N. Why? Because if you take 12 payments per year for 30 years, 12 times 30 is 360. So we put 360 into our calculator. Literally, you just go 360 and touch the N. That's all you got to do. 360 N. Now, the interest rate that the bank is charging is 6.125. So all you do is just 6.125 and touch the IYR. That's the interest per year, okay? Now, the bank will lend you $225,000. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put 225000. Now, this is where you're also going to make one other little change. You're also going to put a minus in front of it. Why? Because that's the amount of money that is going out. That's what the bank is lending. So that's $225,000. You put a minus in front of it. So you go 225000, and then you press this plus minus key on the left-hand side, right beneath the K, right above the purple key or blue key. Okay. Once there's a minus, it'll show up in the screen at the top, and then you just touch the PV. Okay. The only other thing you need to do is touch the 0 and put that under FV to make sure there's a 0 in FV. Once you have all that, you've got 4 of them programmed, because now you've got your N program, your I program, your PV program, and your FV program. All you need to do is to solve for the payment is touch PMT. If you touch PMT, you should see that the payment is $1,367.12. Okay? So that's the monthly payment that this person will have to make in order to pay off that $225,000 loan in 30 years. Now, I mentioned earlier that you can use this for any type of an installment payment. The same calculator can be used if you're buying a car. Suppose you're buying a car for $10,000 and they say, we'll finance it for 3 years and we're going to charge you 12% interest. You literally just put, for 3 years, that's 36 payments, right? So you put 36 under the N, you'd put 12 under the I, you'd put 0 under the FV, and you'd put $10,000 under the PV with a minus sign in front of it and just touch the PMT and you would see exactly what the payment would be. I just want you to understand that, because now that you get the calculator and you understand how to use it, you can use it in all kinds of scenarios. Okay. But this is just the beginning. So right here, we're talking about the monthly payment is $1,367.12. Continuing on with our calculator exercise, I want to just show you guys the very next thing. Again, I want to welcome you guys to the show today. Our show is Note Investing for Newbies. I am Desi Arnaz. I am a professional investor. And today our show is being brought to you by the ACI Legacy Group, where you can buy deeply discounted mortgage notes that are fully vetted, ready to go, and you can start getting cash flow next week, okay? Cash flow into your retirement account, cash flow into your personal life, and you can feel very secure in that your investment is collateralized by real estate that's a lot more valuable than you actually have invested, all right? One other thing I want to mention to you guys before we move on to the next thing is I want to just remind you guys this too as well. We have, let me just see here. Here we go. All right. I have this available behind. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me now. I think I might have lost you guys for a minute there on the sound. I probably didn't do it properly, but that's okay. You saw the code, you saw our program, you saw my ad, and we want to invite you guys to take us up on our coaching. $97 a month. Do that. All right. So back to the training. So as I said here, we got a $250,000 purchase price, 10% down, $225 is the loan amount, and the monthly payment is $1,367. But just suppose someone said to you, look, instead of just putting down 10%, what if I put down $50,000? What if I put down 20%? What would my payment be? All we need to do, since those other numbers are already in the calculator, all we need to do is to change that PV, the 225,000 to 200,000. Again, don't forget to put the minus in front of it. Once you do that, then you touch PMT again, and you'll see the payment went down from $1,367 down to only $1,215. See that? Okay. So putting down more money changes the payment. Now, whether it's worth it or not, I mean, is it worth putting down an extra $25,000 to save $150 a month? I don't know. That's up to the individual, right? So suppose now at that point, the person says, well, what if I could get a 5% rate from the bank? So if you want to do that, all you do is go in and change that 6.125. You change that to 5. Just punch the 5 and then touch the IYR. And then what you'll come up with is a new payment of $1,073. You can see that the interest rate made a much greater impact on that monthly payment than that extra 25 grand. Interest rates really, really matter. Okay. Now, beyond that, suppose we took this to a 15-year mortgage instead of a 30-year mortgage. Now, 15 years, it would be 12 payments per year times 15 years. That's 180 payments. So we would change that 360 to 180, and that changes the payment to $1,581. Okay, see how you use this calculator? Just push these numbers around, right? And you can accomplish all kinds of things. There's so many different little scenarios that you can do if you understand it and you know how to use the financial calculator. So let's take a look at another scenario here. Suppose you wanted to buy a mortgage and it had 15 years left on it. Okay, it's a 5% mortgage. But you don't want to put your money into that mortgage and only earn 5%. Your goal is to put your money into that mortgage and earn 10%, right? You don't want to invest your money at 5. And so here's how you would do that. You'd put the 180 into your calculator under the N, just like you see on the screen. You'd put the PV in there. That's the balance that the people owe on the mortgage, $200,000 in this case, with a minus sign. You put in their monthly payment, $1,581.59, and you put an FV, you put a 0. And then under the IYR, you put in the yield that you want for your money. You put a 10% in. Okay, you just put 10 and touch the IYR. And when you do that, you're going to see that you would buy that $200,000 mortgage. You would have to buy that $200,000 mortgage for $147,178. If you can get that mortgage for that price, then that means that your money is working at 10%, even though the homeowner is only paying 5% on their mortgage. Your money is working at 10%. See, because if you think it through, here's what just happened. You bought a $200,000 balance for $147,000. Those people still owe you $200,000, don't they? So instantly, you picked up a profit of $52,800. You see that? It's called a discount. You picked up a profit of $52,800. And you may be saying, well, why would the bank sell me a $200,000 mortgage for $147,000? Well, I can tell you this. They have their reasons, and it does happen. It happens all the time. And every reason that they do it is going to be different from bank to bank. But what you have to understand is that it's the way the business is done. And that's just the reality of it. So whether you understand it or not, or why or not, doesn't even really matter. The reality is mortgages get sold. They get traded every single day. Many, many, many mortgages, millions of mortgages get traded every single day, just like stocks. Okay. And they trade oftentimes at a discount. So in this scenario, mortgage for 10%, you'd only pay $147,000, and your money would be working at 10% yield for you, which is a fantastic return, right? So now, with this knowledge, how can you go about making money? Let me just show you something very quickly here. Here's how you can use this information to make money. In this quick little scenario, I'm going to show you how you can make thousands of dollars. So let's just say, for example, this is the scenario. You have a $200,000 balance on a mortgage. That's what's owed to the bank. There's 20 years left. The interest rate on the mortgage is 7%, and the people pay $1,550.60 per month. And they're making their payments like they're supposed to. So you want to buy this mortgage, but you don't want to buy this mortgage and only buy it at full price and earn 7%. You want to earn, let's just say your goal is to earn 10.2%. That means you'd offer $158,497 for this mortgage, If the bank agreed to that, then at that point you could buy that mortgage for $158,497. Now, suppose you know someone out there who would like to invest their money. Maybe someone has a retirement account and they say, hey, I got $165,000 in my retirement account and I'm only earning like 0.5%. Or and worse yet, they're losing money because the stock market's going down. And they want to pull their money out of the stock market and put it into something safer. And you tell them about this note. And you say to them, look, I know a note that you can buy for $160,680. Now, you already know you can buy this note for $158,497, right? So if these folks were interested to earn 10% on their money, which would be $160,680, they could buy this note for $160,680. You can pocket the spread of $2,183 just for referring them over to buy that note. How do you like that? Is that awesome? Guys, it happens every single day, thousands of times every day, all around this country. The only thing is you're not doing it. Suppose the person, though, who has that $165,000 in their retirement account, suppose they said, you asked them, what interest rate would you like to earn on your money? They said, right now I'm losing money in the stock market. I'd be happy to get an 8 or a 9. Well, if you could get them a 9%, well, they don't quite have enough money to buy this note, $172,000. But if they did, if you could get them a 9%, $172,300, right? You could actually earn a $13,844 spread. How powerful is that? Guys, let me tell you, it happens. I've done it personally. You can do it too. You can earn the spread because you know that that note can be purchased at 10.2% for $158,000. If this person is happy with 9%, because right now they're losing money, they'd rather have 9% positive than minus, then you could earn a $13,000, almost $14,000 spread. Suppose that person will be happy with an 8% return. You know, right now, a lot of people would be very happy with 8%. I like to say it this way, 8 is great. Because right now, if you put your money into the bank, a bank will only pay you less than 2%. As a matter of fact, most banks now are paying less than 1%. So if you can offer somebody 8% and they took you up on that, think about that. You could earn almost $27,000 on one deal. If you did that only 4 times a year, suppose it took you 3 months to find one person with $185,000 who would like to earn 8%. And you found them on the internet, just surfing the internet, telling people, hey, I know of a mortgage you can buy. It pays 8%. Call me up. I'll tell you all about it. If you just did that, you could earn $26,000 in this little scenario, just introducing people to these notes. And guys, I'm telling you again, I know it's a fact because I personally have done it. Personally, okay? You need to understand this is how the money is made in the mortgage note business. You can do it too. If you want to understand how to do it, you need to go ahead and sign up for our course. And let me just show you that once again here. There we go. Sign up for our course. Still low. All right. So then what you want to do is go ahead and sign up for our course. If you sign up for our course, I can show you how to do this. I can show you how you can make this kind of money that I'm talking about, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per deal, if that's what your goal is. You know, I don't go for those kinds of big numbers very often. More often than not, I'm looking at anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 spread, something like that is kind of normal. Even $1,000, I've done them at $1,000. I've done them at $750. It really just depends. But you have to understand, all you're doing is matchmaking, right? You're like Cupid. You find a person over here with some money. You find a note over here where people want to sell it at a discount, and you just do some matchmaking. So all you've got to do is just go ahead and put yourself out there, guys. That's the name of the game. Put yourself out there. So let me get back to this. In this scenario, you can earn $26,000. So now you may be saying to yourself, how in the world can I find those kinds of notes? How am I supposed to find notes like that where I can get big discounts like that, where then I can turn around and sell those at a profit? Well, it's very simple. You go to the ACI Legacy Group. The ACI Legacy Group, and they can hook you up. They have notes that they have for sale. It's investbrilliantly.com. They have notes for sale. They're at deep discounts. You can buy notes that pay 10%, 11%, 12%, 14, 13, 15%. You can buy all kinds of notes like that. And then what you can do is tie those notes up and then find someone out there that is looking for a lower rate than that. Someone who's happy with it, 8, 9, or 10%, and you earn the spread. I can even show you how to partner with those people so that not only do you earn a spread, you also can collect a little bit of the payment every month. So that $1,500 payment, maybe 150 of it comes to you every month, okay? In addition to you collecting a big chunk of cash up front. This is huge. If you don't know how to do this stuff, you need to go ahead and sign up for our class because that's how you're going to learn it. That's exactly how it's done. You know, if you want to learn how to do it, I'm happy to show you, okay? I'm happy to show you how to do it. Just sign up for our class. Go to investbrilliantly.com, click on the coaching option, and go there. All right, guys, that's all she got. That's all I wrote. Well, let me say it the other way. That's all she wrote. That's all I got. That's what I got for you today. Get that mortgage calculator, download it to your phone, and then see if you can go ahead and get yourself familiar with it. And then let me show you how to make money with mortgage notes. Okay. I'll show you how to make big money with mortgage notes. You'll love it. You'll love it. I promise. Okay. God bless you guys. And here we go. There we go. God bless you guys and enjoy your week. Stay safe from the coronavirus. I'm Desi Arnaz signing off.